Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Natick High School in Natick, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls basketball contest between the hosting Redhawks of Natick High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Little bit of a last-second start here to the stream, but this should make for quite the interesting contest between these Bay State Conference rivals, both going through a bit of a rough year so far. Natick coming into this contest at 3-8 in their win-loss record. They were ranked 38th in the Division I power rankings that came out this morning. Brookline still looking for their first win at 0-13. They actually moved up one spot in the power rankings, if you can believe it, as they were ranked 45th in the power rankings that came out this morning. These two teams faced off earlier in the year back at Brookline's place on December 15. Natick getting the win 41-31, pretty close contest. Only one player on either side finished in double figures. That was Brookline's Olivia Zanini, who finished with 11 points, 9 of which she scored in the fourth quarter. Now we're showing the starting lineups. First for Brookline, we got number 3, Jada Kimbrough, number 13, Nefeli Agakich, number 1, Olivia Zanini, number 21, Olivia Matarazza, and number 24, Gigi McMahon. And now here are the starters for Natick. First up is number 12, Kira Henderson. Next, number 15, Bridget Pohl. Number 24, Sammy Collins. Number 4, Katie Stupka. And number 21, True Liner. So we'll have the national anthem. I'm going to play our little intro video. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan, and you're watching Brookline High Basketball. Gets inside to McMahon, backdoor to Matarazza, and Matarazza floats it up for 2. Immediately pass intercepted by Kimbrough. Kimbrough running the fast break, goes up, hits it! Kimbrough chucks it up to the corner. Driving in is Zanini, and Zanini finishes again. Now Agakich running in transition. Agakich sees a lane, runs in, layup is good, and 1. Stupka stepping in, blocked twice by McMahon. They swing it around. Gravely for 3 again. Stephanie Gravely has 18 points today. All right, perfect timing, and we are about to get underway here. Like I said, this game between Brookline and Natick, a rematch of a December 15 contest between these two squads in Brookline. Natick got that win 41-31, led by a tie for the lead, a 3-way tie. Katie Stupka, Ali Costanton, and Olivia Penn each got 7 points to lead Natick, as none of their players got into double figures. Sammy Collins was not far behind with 6, while Katie McMahon had 5. Those were the leading scorers for Natick. I mentioned before Olivia Zanini, the star of the show for Brookline in that one, finishing with 11 points, the only player to reach double figures, 9 of those 11 coming in the fourth quarter. But it's a brand new day and a brand new game here on January 30th. Warriors versus Redhawks. And here we go. The opening tip is chased down by Nefeli Agakich after Olivia Matarazza wins the tip-off. Agakich walks it up for Brookline. Picks up her dribble. She needs help. Pass it over to Jada Kimbrough. Kimbrough throws to the corner. Gigi McMahon for three, and it's good. Gigi McMahon with a nice shot from downtown to start things off. Brookline up 3-0. With the ball now is number 4, Katie Stupka. Passes down low. That was Sammy Collins. Collins looking down low to Stupka. Stupka looks around up top. Collins swings it over to number 21, True Liner. Liner dribbling across. Give and go. Back to Liner. Hits the layup and the foul. True Liner gets Natick on the board with a chance to tie things up on the end one as we take a look at the replay very quick of Gigi McMahon's three-pointer from the corner. So the foul was called on Nefeli Agakich, first personal, first team foul. Liner off on the end one, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touched by number 15, Bridget Pohl. So can't finish the three-point play to tie things up, but now Natick showing press. Agakich breaks the press herself. Almost lost her dribble, but gets it back. Starts to drive, kicks it out, goes through the hands of Jada Kimbrough. Pass came in a little high and fast as Agakich was trying to recollect the ball after it was disrupted by the defense of number 12, Kira Henderson. Quick passing given back to Liner. Liner lost the ball, and they say it was last touched by Liner, so it'll be Brookline ball here. So a couple of sloppy turnovers from both sides back to back. Zanini, quick pass to Matarazza, and out to Kimbrough, who's going to walk it up. Kimbrough across the top. Looking, throws down low to Matarazza. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound collected by Pohl. Pohl throws one up to Liner. Liner looking. Pass up top to Henderson. Henderson gives over to Collins. Collins running inside, has a lane miss. The layup, rebound by Liner. Liner passes out to Pohl. Mid-range, no good. Rebound collected by McMahon. So Brookline gets a little lucky despite surrendering the second chance. As Zanini now driving, barely gets the pass away. McMahon running baseline, shot no good. Own rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds off the defense, and it will stay Brookline ball. Quick inbound, juggled, lost out of bounds, going to stay with Brookline. Zanini throws it up top to Agakich. Agakich starting to drive inside, gets blocked and fouled. And she will go to the line for two. I tell you, that's one thing I like to see from Nefeli Agakich. You know, not the cleanest lane, but she's aggressive driving through it. And Agakich, one of two from the line. Agakich, Brookline's leading scorer so far this season, averaging 6.62 points per game. As she's off on the second, but the rebound is collected by McMahon. Almost knocked loose. McMahon desperately looking for a pass and a call for the reach-in foul. So two quick fouls for Natick. The blocking foul against Agakich was against number 15, Bridget Pohl. And now this one against number 24, Sammy Collins. Zanini inbounds to Matarazza. Down low, looking, throws a pass, deflected but collected by McMahon. McMahon gives it up top to Agakich, swings it across to Zanini, over to the corner. Kimbrough for three, no good. Rebound loose, but picked up by Stupka. Now Henderson walking it up for the Red Hawks. Starts to drive around a pick, kicks out, Pohl for three is good. Bridget Pohl gives Natick the lead. As Brookline breaks the press, Kimbrough running in, mid-range, yes! Jada Kimbrough answers right back, and Brookline goes back up top 6-5. Henderson pass to Stopka. Stopka throws to a cutting Collins. Back out to Stopka. Stopka throws up top to Liner. Liner starts to drive. Pass to Henderson. Henderson bumps Kimbrough. No shot, but it will be a foul call. As we take a brief look back at Brookline breaking the press there and running up and firing mid-range. Quick inbound deflected, out of bounds. Last touch by Natick. It went right back to the inbounder as her feet were out of bounds, and so unlucky bounce for Natick there. Brookline working against the press again, and they break it once again. Agakich swings it over to Zanini. Zanini from the wing looking up top to Agakich. Now over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough up top to Zanini. Zanini starts to drive and gets fouled. No shot as the whistle was blown, but another reach foul on Natick. That's going to be called against Kira Henderson. First personal, third team foul, as Zanini now checks out in favor of number 11, Kyrie Simmons. Inbound to Matarazza. Matarazza getting swarmed, and the jump ball is going to be forced by True Liner. Possession arrow to Natick. Liner throws it up to Stopka. Stopka now gives to Pole. Pole to her left. And now starts to drive, pulls up mid-range, no good. Rebound, Agakich. Agakich sprinting up court. Pass barely collected by McMahon, kicks it out. Agakich for three, no good. Couldn't get the rim roll there, and it's rebounded by Liner. Liner in transition. Pass gets out to Pole. Pole gives it back to Liner. Liner from the top, lost the ball. It's knocked loose and taken by Simmons. Simmons running on the fast break. Well covered. Desperate shot. No good. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Brookline ball. Substitution for Brookline. Nefeli Agakich checks out, and checking in is number 4, Ivy Wheeler. Chucks it up top to Wheeler. Wheeler gives over to Kimbrough on the wing. Kimbrough inside, deflected by Collins, recovered by Henderson. Henderson to Pole. Pole, bounce pass, deflected, but recovered in the backcourt by Christina Lopas. Henderson dribbling up top, guarded by Simmons, lost the ball and almost picked up by Kimbrough, and it's out of bounds. And they're going to say Brookline ball as Kimbrough checks out for number 15, Amelie Hauner. Hauner coming off her best game of the season against Walpole on the road last week. She had 3 3-pointers for 9 points. Simmons dribbling, knocked loose, stolen away. Henderson cuts off Wheeler and hits the fast break layup. Good fast break instincts there by Kira Henderson, dribbling one way to cut off Ivy Wheeler, chasing her from behind so she'd have a clean angle to the hoop for 2. Simmons running floater, draws a foul. .2:26 on the clock here in the first quarter, as that foul called against number 12, Kira Henderson. Second personal, 4th team foul. They say no shot, but the next foul committed by Natick's defense will send Brookline to the line regardless. Down low, Matarazza, turnaround, left-hander, goes in. Olivia Matarazza with a little touch off the left hand for 2, and Brookline goes up 8-7. Pull from the top, swings it over to Lopez. Lopez resets from the top, hands off to Henderson. Henderson gives to number 33, Katie McMahon. McMahon working down low, shot, she was fouled. McMahon might have been fouled by McMahon. And indeed, McMahon was fouled by McMahon. So the foul is on Gigi McMahon, first personal, third team, and now Katie McMahon goes to the line to shoot 2. And she hits the first. Another pair of substitutions for Natick. Number 11, Addie Roby, and number 25, Olivia Penn into the game. And McMahon, 2 for 2 at the line, gives Natick back the lead with less than 2 minutes left here in the first. Simmons passes away to Wheeler. Wheeler throws it up to Hauner. Hauner lost the ball. And it will stay Brookline ball, knocked out by the defense. But you can see Brookline with all backups in their back court having a little bit more trouble against the press from Natick as Hauner floats that one up to Wheeler. Wheeler breaks the press, runs inside, lost the ball, and lost it on a reach foul, and that's going to send Wheeler to the line for a 1-and-1. Or no, not for a 1-and-1. I keep forgetting. It's a double bonus immediately after 5 fouls and a quarter. That foul was against Olivia Penn, her first. And Wheeler hits the first of 2. Wheeler not known so much for her offensive prowess as her defensive grittiness, as she is often given very difficult defensive assignments for Brookline, but showed good decisiveness with her ball handling when breaking the press that time and drawing the foul. And she hits both free throws as Brookline goes back up. The two teams trading 1-point leads back and forth here in the first quarter. Penn dribbling to her left, turns around, looking, pass floats up, gets to Collins, now over to McMahon, baseline jumper is good. Katie McMahon puts Natick back up by 1 as a timeout is called by Brookline. We take a look at very quickly at the replay of that nice layup down low by Matarazza. McMahon was almost in a position to help on that one, but just realized a little too late. Leading scorers so far for Natick, Katie McMahon leading the way with 4 points off that last baseline jumper. Bridget Pohl with 3 points. And Kira Henderson and True Liner with 2 points each. For Brookline, Gigi McMahon with 3 points to lead the way. Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, and Olivia Matarazza with 2 points each. And Nefeli Agakich with 1. Out of the timeout. Inbound goes to Matarazza. Matarazza looking, has to start dribbling, needs somewhere to go, gives to Zanini. Zanini across half court and gives it to Wheeler. Wheeler dribbling across the top, gives to Zanini. Pass over to Hauner. Hauner steps in, fires a 3-ball. Yes! Amelie Hauner right back to work from downtown, and oh, they only gave her a 2. My mistake. No, they did give her the 3. Now a 3-ball the other way. Missed. Rebound by Matarazza. Matarazza swarmed. Ball is knocked loose. And it does roll out of bounds. Either that or they called a kickball. And so it'll be Natick ball. Inbound, floated in to Lopez. Lopez up top to Collins, now over to McMahon. McMahon spinning, double teamed, gives to Collins. Collins lost the ball. She had an open look there, but just couldn't handle it. Inbound goes to Wheeler. Wheeler dribbling across half court. Pass across to Hauner. Hauner steps up, pass away to McMahon. McMahon backing down, looking around. Pass, oh, couldn't get the pass away in time. That's going to be a travel call. They would have had Hauner open on the outside or Matarazza for a mid-range, but just one step too many. Just 13 seconds left in the quarter. Penn running up with it, spins, looking around, pass misses, Collins, and that's going to give it right back to Brookline with 6.6 seconds left. Brookline with a chance for one final shot, but they got to break the press. It's chucked way up, juggled, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to go right back to Natick. They're trying to get it to Wheeler, and she was covered by Addie Roby, and a timeout now is called. We take a look at the replay of the three ball by Hauner. Hauner taking a bit of a dribble first before firing that one. Usually she just goes for the catch and shoot, but her three-point shot has really been coming along very well. The past two games, Hauner has hit 5 three-pointers across those 2 games to account for 15 of the 24 points she had on the season coming into today. And now this will be her 3rd straight game registering points. Which is impressive considering she scored in the season opener back on December 12 and then didn't score again until the January 5 game at Wellesley. Scored once again at Newton North, all of those just 3 points each in those games. And since then, she's really appeared to find her shot. It'll be 5 seconds flat on the clock here in the first quarter, with Brookline leading Natick 13-11. Penn inbounds to Lopez in the corner, chucks one up and hits. Big three-pointer by Christina Lopez is going to end the first quarter as Natick takes the lead into the break, 14-13. Point totals so far, Katie McMahon leading all scores. She's got 4 points for Natick. Christina Lopez and Bridget Pohl with 3 points each. Kira Henderson and True Liner with 2 points each. For Brookline, Amelie Hauner and Gigi McMahon with 3 points each. Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, and Olivia Matarazza with 2 points each. And Nefeli Agakich with 1. We got our first note in the live chat from Kat Jones. Come on, Warriors, you got it. And the Warriors indeed looking good through that first quarter, keeping things very competitive. But in the earlier parts of the season when they had some close games, they had a habit of faltering down the stretch, particularly in the second half. So it'll be a question of how well they can keep this up, how well their stamina and their energy can hold as the game marches on. Here we go, start of the second quarter. Brookline gets the first possession. Kimbrough to her right, throws to the corner. Agakich almost trapped, looking for a pass, and it's juggled by McMahon, picked up by Penn. Penn running with it and resets from the top. Pass across to Roby. Roby gives to Lopez. Lopez fires for 3. No good this time. Rebound collected. McMahon, pass out to Penn, and Penn hits the long 2. Olivia Penn with her first points. And that pass goes back to Kimbrough and then up to Agakic. Cross half court, runs in, Euro step, layup, no good. Rebound, bouncing, goes off the shoulder and is taken by Lopez. Thrown up to Penn, but too far, and it's taken back by McMahon. McMahon to her right gives to Wheeler. Throws up top to Sylvie Costant-Greeley. Seeing her first playing time here in the second. Costant-Greeley gives to McMahon, now to Kimbrough. Kimbrough fires for three, no good. Rebound by McMahon. McMahon passes away from the trap to Penn. Penn brings it up, pass up to McMahon, running in, layup no good. Well covered by McMahon on the help defense as Brookline works again against the press. And that's going to be a reach foul against McMahon. And we got 3 subs checking in for Natick. Katie Stupka, Kira Henderson, and True Liner checking back into the game. That was McMahon's first personal, first team foul here in the second quarter. Agakic running in, pass out to Kimbrough, open three, does not bank in, but it bounces right back to Kimbrough, who manages to pass away to Costant-Greeley. Now across, McMahon for three. McMahon hits it! Gigi McMahon with her second tray of the day, and how about Kimbrough chasing down her own offensive rebound to make that play possible. All tied up at 16. Stupka with the ball, looking, pass up top, Liner, looking, pass up top to Penn. Penn gives it over, Henderson for three, no good, rebound, could not be pulled down by McMahon, it's taken by Liner. Pass to Stupka, Stupka blocked and not cleanly. They're gonna call the foul on McMahon. That'll be McMahon's second personal, first team foul. And Stupka will go to the line for 2. And the first one rolls in. Substitutions on both sides. Sammy Collins and Bridget Pohl back into the game for Natick, replacing Penn and McMahon. For Brookline, Olivia Matarazzo back on the floor, replacing Gigi McMahon. Stupka 2 for 2 at the line. Natick up 18-16. Brookline working against the press. And Agakic breaks half court, throws it up to Costant-Greeley. Costant-Greeley pass blocked and stolen by Henderson. Henderson gives to Liner. Liner runs in, does not hit it, but draws another foul. This one will go against Costant-Greeley. First personal for Costant-Greeley, second team for Brookline. And Liner hits the first of 2. And 2 for 2. Natick benefiting from shots of the charity stripe, and Costant-Greeley could not save that one from going out of bounds. A sloppy turnover again for Brookline. And Olivia Zanini checks back in for the Warriors, replacing Jada Kimbrough. Inbound intercepted by Agakic as she takes it right back. Agakic running in transition, stepping in, layup is no good. Rebound tipped several different ways, and it's still loose on the ground, and it's going to be a jump ball at the end. Boy, almost everyone on the floor touched that one, but the possession arrow does point to Natick. And so off the jump ball, the Redhawks will take it back. And now this pass stolen away. Zanini takes it. Pass across to Costin Greeley. Costin Greeley hits a wall, throws out. Agakic, deep 3-ball, short. Rebound bouncing, knocked loose, but recovered by Collins. Pohl, pass across to Liner. Now back to Pohl. Pohl driving, shot is good. 22-16, Natick now leads by 6. Agakic running up the floor, pass up to Costin Greeley. Now back to Agakic. Agakic surveying, passes back up top to Zanini. Zanini gives out to Agakic. Agakic trying to drive, but nowhere to go, gives out to Costin Greeley. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Brookline's got to find something. Zanini over to Agakic in the corner. Agakic forcing her way through, mid-range, no good. And that's going to bounce out of bounds. And it'll be Natick ball. Brookline's had a few good looks that are decent looks, I would say, that just haven't fallen from Agakic. She had a layup that was, a tough slash to the hoop, but still makeable shot, just didn't fall. A 3-ball where she was probably a step further back than she wanted to be, and as a result, it came up short. And then that last shot, a little desperate, so understandable it didn't fall, but tough sequence for Brookline. And this shot, no good. Well defended. I think it was either Wheeler or Zanini who managed to defend that one without committing a foul. But now a foul called on the putback attempt, and that one called against Matarazza, first personal, third team foul. True Liner to the line for 2. And she hits the first. Natick has been strong from the charity stripe here in the second quarter, and it's helped them build a 7-point advantage. And Liner 2 for 2. Liner a perfect 4 for 4 at the line in this quarter. As Penn checks back in, replacing Henderson. And Simmons back into the game for Brookline. And she dribbles across half court, down into the corner, turns back around and draws a foul. That one going to be against Liner. Agakic inbounds through to Zanini. Zanini throws to McMahon in the corner. McMahon dribbles, throws up top. Agakic fakes, runs in, hits a wall, and that's going to be a blocking foul, but no shot as Agakic was setting up to pass. That will add to the foul count for Natick, as that'll be against Stopka, first personal, third team. Inbound goes to Simmons. Simmons runs baseline, fires up a desperate shot, and draws the foul. Simmons has had a couple of nice foul draws so far today. And that'll go against Liner. That'll be her second personal, 4th team foul, as Simmons will now go to the line for 2. And Simmons hits the first. Brookline's first points in a little while, as Natick had gone on an 8-0 run before that free throw. And Simmons hits them both. Pohl now bringing it up for the Redhawks. Gives over to Penn. Penn throws to the corner to Stopka. Fakes, runs in, pulls up mid-range, misses, overshot it, and it's rebounded by Zanini. Zanini running the fast break, lost the ball, and it's taken by Stopka. Stopka pass up to Penn, back to Stopka. Shot no good. Defended cleanly by McMahon, and the ball is lost out of bounds, last touched by Penn. And a timeout is going to be called, as Brookline calls time there. 24-18 the score in favor of the Red Hawks. The Red Hawks going on an 8-0 run after the initial baskets of the quarter had us tied at 16. Leading scorer for Natick, True Liner with 6 points, Bridget Pohl with 5, Katie McMahon with 4, Christina Lopez with 3, Katie Stopka and Kira Henderson with 2 each. For Brookline, Gigi McMahon with 6, Amelie Hauner with 3, Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, Kyrie Simmons, and Olivia Matarazzo with 2 each, and Nefeli Agakich with 1. Inbound to Agakich, back to Zanini, back to Agakich, chucked across to Simmons. Simmons running in, layup no good. And it's rebounded by Collins, given up to Penn. Penn running with it, and stripped from behind by Simmons. And it will stay Natick ball. Nice block there on the help defense by Kyrie Simmons. Inbound goes to Lopez. Stopka steps in mid-range, no good. Rebound, Agakich. Agakich running with it. Hits a wall, pass out to Zanini. Zanini running in, gives Matarazzo, fires mid-range, swish. Olivia Matarazzo now with 4 as Brookline cuts the lead down to 4. Penn dribbling up top, passing through, intercepted by Zanini, but her pocket picked by Lopez. Lopez passes out to Penn, shot no good. Rebound by Zanini as she sort of took it away from Matarazzo, and her pocket picked again by Lopez, but this time it flies out of bounds. 2 subs now in for the Red Hawks. Henderson and McMahon back into the game, replacing Penn and Stopka. Agakich walking it up. Pass over to Simmons. Now to the corner, Zanini. Zanini's pass stolen by McMahon, and McMahon travels. Disrupted by Matarazzo. Almost turned into a jump ball, instead turned into a travel. Inbound to Agakich. Agakich dribbles out of the corner, resets from the top, throws to the corner, McMahon. McMahon driving in, pass floated up. Agakich catches it, now throws it out. Zanini from the corner, no good. Rebound juggled and out of bounds. Last touched by Brookline. Minute 25 left on the clock here in the second quarter. Natick leads Brookline 24-20. Henderson walking it up to her left. Pass up top to Collins, now over to Katie McMahon. Now up top, firing for 3 is Henderson. Gets the rim roll. A big shot from Kira Henderson to break Brookline's scoring run. As Brookline works against the press, almost lost the ball. But they do break the press. Zanini throws inside, deflected and stolen. Another tough turnover for Brookline as Lopez floats it up to Henderson. Henderson down low, McMahon out to Lopez. Lopez deep 3, no good. Rebound taken off the bounce by Zanini. 40 seconds left. Zanini poked at from behind and last touched by Lopez as Simmons was there to help out as Zanini's had some turnover trouble in this game. Addie Roby subs in for Natick. Amelie Hauner into the game for Brookline as she replaces Zanini. Hauner inbounds to Simmons. Simmons inside. Matarazzo takes it, fires, no good. Rebound collected by Henderson. Henderson pass up to McMahon into the corner. Roby pass to McMahon, give and go back to Roby, blocked by Matarazzo and recovered by Hauner. Almost did lose her dribble and travels. A nice defensive play by Matarazzo, but it goes up in smoke off another tough turnover for the Brookline offense. Henderson inbound to Pole. Pole steps back out after the double team pass goes through the hands of Collins and out of bounds. Both teams having some tough turnover trouble. 13 seconds. Inbound, lost, taken by Roby. Roby passed down low, intercepted Agakich. Agakich with 6 seconds left, running up, running in, shot blocked. Blocked by McMahon, and that will end the half. Our score at halftime, the Natick Redhawks 27, the Brookline Warriors 20. This, the last made field goal for Brookline by Olivia Matarazza. Leading scorers at halftime for Natick, True Liner with 6 points, including a perfect 4 for 4 at the charity stripe in the second quarter. Kira Henderson and Bridget Pole with 5 points each. Katie McMahon with 4. Christina Lopez with 3. And Katie Stopka and Olivia Penn with 2 each. For Brookline, Gigi McMahon with 6, Olivia Matarazzo with 4, Amelie Hauner with 3, Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, and Kyrie Simmons with 2 points each, and Nefeli Agakich with 1. During this halftime break, I'd like to take a moment to direct your attention to some helpful links in the description section of this video. First, you can find a link to the official Venmo account for the Brookline High Girls Basketball Booster Club if you would like to send some money and support the program financially. You can follow that link to the Venmo account. Then you can also find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, the foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And again, all that is information you can find in the description section down below. But for now, we are at halftime. Natick 27, Brookline 20. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm going to take a break and mute the mic, but I'll be back for the second half. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Natick High School in Natick, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the second half of today's high school varsity girls basketball contest between the hosting Natick High Redhawks and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Natick with a 27-20 lead going into the halftime break off the back of an 8-0 run in the middle of the second quarter. With a lot of those points coming from the free throw line, as Natick did well to draw fouls and make their shots at the line. Led by a perfect 4-for-4 effort at the stripe from True Liner in that second frame. Now both starting lineups back out on the floor to start the second half. Here we go. Jada Kimbrough dribbling up top for Brookline. Pass across to Olivia Zanini. Zanini gets passed to Nefeli Agakich. Now over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough looking, trying to set something up. Pass up top to Agakich. Agakich starts to drive, kicks out. Kimbrough from the corner, no good, well short. Rebound collected by Katie Stopka and given to Kira Henderson. Henderson throws it up to True Liner. Now back up top, Henderson. Henderson looking, off a pick. Pass wasn't there, so she gives it to Liner. Liner starts to drive, goes up, blocked. No foul, but it bounces out of bounds and will stay with Natick. "17 seconds on the shot clock as Natick gets ready to inbound. And inbound goes out. Sammy Collins with a foot on the line, short. Rebound chased down by Henderson. Pass to Stopka. Inside Collins, outside Stopka for three. Missed it long. Saved by Henderson, but couldn't quite save it. Foot might have been on the line when she took off for that leap to try and save it. Good effort, but just couldn't follow through on it. Inbound gets to Zanini. Zanini sprints across half court, runs in, throws to the corner to Gigi McMahon. Throws it up top to Kimbrough, over to Agakich. Around Zanini for three, no good. Rebound collected by Liner. Liner from the top gives to Henderson. Henderson to her left, drives, shot, no good. And an offensive foul as Kimbrough took the charge. Jada Kimbrough, with help coming from Olivia Matarazzo, was able to confidently stand in place, and that'll be Henderson's third personal, first team foul. Brookline against Natick's press, comes across half court. Agakich, pass over to Kimbrough. Kimbrough from the top starts to drive, stops, passes to Matarazzo. Matarazzo kicks it out to Agakich. Agakich kicks out to McMahon. McMahon runs in, tries a pass, disrupted and stolen by Bridget Pohl. Pohl running the other way, pass up to Stopka. Stopka to a cutting Pohl, shot, no good. Draws a foul. We'll see if they say it was on the shot. And they will say it was on the shot. That one against Olivia Matarazzo, second personal, first team foul. Bridget Pohl will go to the line for two. And the first one is good. 2 minutes into the third quarter, and we get our first point of the second half as Olivia Penn checks back in for Natick, replacing Kira Henderson. And Pohl 2 for 2 at the line. And that was an errant pass, but Brookline very lucky to come away with it. Kimbrough from up top. Floats it back up top to Agakich. Agakich drives, has a lane, and has the layup for two. Brookline still trailing by 7. Penn throws it over to Pole. Pole drives, shot blocked by Matarazza. Out of bounds, Natick ball. Looking back really quick at very nice slash through by Aga Kitch. Long inbound goes out to Pole. Pole drives, stops, throws up top to Penn. Penn to her left, looking, throwing across. 3 ball from Pole, no good. Rebound tipped and could not be saved by Collins, and it will be Brookline ball. And a timeout is going to be called by Brookline. And I'll tell you, if Natick gives more of those kinds of openings to Nefeli Aga Kitch as we look back again, you see things just kind of open up. It was actually really well designed by Brookline. They took 3 of their players, put them on the left side of the paint, and then had Jada Kimbrough isolated on the right side in the corner. And so it left Bridget Pole in a situation where she either had to cover the driving lane for Aga Kitch or cover the outside pass out to Kimbrough. And she ended up being caught just a little indecisive on that assignment. And Aga Kitch took advantage and got to the hole for 2. And miscommunication on the inbound, and it's taken by Collins. Natick off the turnover. That's not how you want to come out of a timeout if you're Brookline. As Penn moves to her right, passes inside to Collins. Collins kicks it out. Stupka for 3, no good. Rebound by Pole. More second chances for Natick as Brookline's rebounding struggles continue. Collins to Stupka. Off the pick. Gives ultimately to Liner. Liner dribbles in, out to Stupka. Stupka starts to drive and lays it in for 2. Stupka found herself with a bit of an offensive mismatch as Zanini running the other way, chucks it across to Kimbrough. Kimbrough down low, Matarazza backing down, turning around, shot, no good, well defended by Collins. And now Penn going the other way. Thrown across, Liner. Liner pass up top to Penn. Penn running, stops, kicks out, Pole for 3, no good. Rebound by McMahon, and a foul is called on the loose ball. I think that's going to be called on Collins. And some subs will come in. 3 subs for Brookline. Kyrie Simmons, Amelie Hauner back in the game, and Stephanie Gravely seeing the floor for the first time as they replace Zanini, Kimbrough, and Matarazza. And I think I saw 1 sub check in for Natick. Appears to be number 3, Lily Downing, on the floor for the first time today. Gravely dribbling in, backing down, turnaround blocked by Collins, and it's recovered by Penn. Penn, pass down low. Collins lost the ball and lost her footing, and it's picked up by Gravely. Aga Kitch running the other way. Almost lost the ball, passes out. Gravely open for 3, no good. Rebound Simmons. Simmons running in, floater, no good. Rebound by Penn. Penn sprinting the other way and gets tangled up, and Gravely will be called for the foul. We got another sub checking in for Natick, number 33, Katie McMahon, back on the floor replacing Sammy Collins. Pole gives out to Downing. Downing fires long 2, no good. Rebound by Hauner. Hauner bringing up the ball. Hands off to Aga-Kitch. Cross to McMahon and to Simmons. Down low, poked away, but recovered by Simmons. Now to the corner, Gravely fires a quick three off the side of the backboard. Rebound by McMahon. McMahon running the other way, spins, passes out, mid-range, Stupka hits it. And just like that, Natick now up by double digits, 33-22. McMahon holding the ball in the wing, throws to Simmons in the corner. Simmons lost the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball as both Hauner and Pohl get their hands on it. Christina Lopez back in for Natick, Olivia Matarazza back in for Brookline, and we've got another substitution, a JV substitution, and I don't have the JV roster with me. I can't. So if anyone in the live chat can help me out and knows who number 12 is from the JV team and just made that excellent steal and drew that foul, please speak up in the live chat as soon as you can. I want to know who that is. Inbound 12. 12 lost the ball, knocked out of bounds by Downing. And by the way, if you don't know how to use YouTube's live chat, or you can't for some reason, you can also send me an email with that information. Hauner getting trapped, but fouled by Olivia Penn. That'll be her second personal, fourth team foul. Aga-Kitch inbounds to 12. 12 from the top, dribbling, lost the ball, got the pass away. Aga-Kitch setting up from the top, gives to Hauner. Hauner up top to 12. 12 to her right, looking, pass up top to McMahon, across to Aga-Kitch. Aga-Kitch running her way through, shot no good, own rebound, battling down low, looking, kicks out. Hauner, three ball, no good, rebound tipped and collected by Downing. Penn the other way. Gives now, and a travel by Stupka. Substitution for Natick, number 11, Addie Roby back into the game, replacing Lily Downing. .12 bringing it up. Starting to drive, gets a pass out to Matarazza. Matarazza throws up top to Hauner. Hauner. Pass gets away from 12. And no defensive deflection. That's just going to be a backcourt violation by Brookline. And another bad turnover. Inbound goes to Penn. Penn driving, stops, pass across. Collins out to McMahon. McMahon throws it over. Open three ball off the mark, but a jump ball off the rebound as Roby and Hauner both got their hands on it. Now Ivy Wheeler subbing back in for Brookline, replacing Gigi McMahon. Inbound goes to 12. 12 running. Over to the corner, up top to Aga-Kitch. Aga-Kitch's pass intercepted by Lopez. And now Penn dribbling. Now looking for the pass, gives to Roby in the corner. Roby back out to Penn. Penn driving in mid-range, no good. Rebound tipped and won by Hauner. Wheeler the other way, runs in, stops, gives Matarazza. Matarazza starts to dribble in, turns around, pass intercepted by Penn, and Penn going the other way for a fast break lay-in. And that is how the third quarter will end. Brookline manages just 2 points in the third quarter as Natick puts up 8 points and jumps out to a 13-point lead going into the final frame. And this is what I was worried about. The team looked really good in the first quarter. They rebounded a bit after a tough stretch in the second quarter. But coming out of halftime, they just could not keep that momentum going. They started making a lot of sloppy mistakes, a lot of bad turnovers, still struggling on the rebounds. Shots just weren't falling, and they need their shots to be falling when they get them. A note in the live chat from Elliot Schickler of Patch.com. Go Brookline, get our first win. But it's going to be a real climb to try and get back in this one, as Brookline has 8 minutes to try and make up a 13-point deficit coming off a quarter where offensively they only managed 2 points. But here we go. Fourth quarter. Does Brookline have a miracle in the bag? Penn throws it across. Lopez for three. No good. Rebound by 12. 12 running with it. Passing across. Hauner pulls up for three. Yes! Amelie Hauner starts the quarter off with a bang for Brookline. She's now got 6 today. And now the ball lost briefly. And a foul is going to be called on Brookline for the reach. I think that's going to be called against Ivy Wheeler. Let's take a brief look back. Some nice ball handling by 12, the JV call-up. Nice pass across to Hauner, who got nothing but net off a very nice shot. Now a three-point shot from Natick is no good, but it's tipped from behind by McMahon and collected by Penn. Passed out to Roby now. Roby over to Penn and around to Lopez. Lopez down low, and a foul is going to be called on 12. Again, if any tuning in know who number 12 on the JV team is, you can let me know in the live chat or via email. Inbound to Lopez, quick fire, hits the three. Christina Lopez puts her team back up by 13. Aga Kitch gets a pass, left alone, drives in, shot no good, but draws the defensive foul. Aga Kitch off on the first. That foul was called on Sammy Collins, her third personal, first team foul. And she misses them both. Rebound chased down by Collins. And now Penn brings it up. Pass over to Roby inside Collins, blocked by Matarazza. Aga Kitch running the other way. Gives to Hauner. Hauner fires another three. No good. Rebound 12. 12 gets fouled. And it looks like we got a sub for Natick as Sammy Collins called for her fourth personal. It will not be Collins subbing out. It'll be Addie Roby subbing out with Kira Henderson coming in. And now Collins subbing out for Katie McMahon. Pass does somehow get to Matarazza, who puts up the shot. Matarazza now at 6 points today, but Brookline trails by 11. And a foul is going to be called on Brookline. It's going to be on Hauner for getting a little too close there, a little too aggressive on defense. Penn pass to Henderson. Back out to Penn. Penn back to Henderson. 3 ball is good. Kira Henderson with the line drive 3. Natick now up 14. 12 dribbling, kicks out. Driving in his Wheeler, lost the ball, but it's recovered by Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch gives to 12 down low. Matarazza recovers it and lost the ball. Wanted a foul call, but didn't get it, so she kind of gave up on the ball a bit there. Penn passes backdoor. Henderson shot no good, defended by Matarazza. Chased down by 12 and thrown now across to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch in transition, running in. Forces the layup, no good, but does draw the foul. A timeout is called, so we take a quick look at the replay. Matarazza, when she's able to get into a spot with a good matchup and good positioning where she can do that simple sort of almost a mini hook shot with her right hand, that's a good shot in her arsenal. You know, the tricky thing is just getting into the right spot with the right defensive matchup. Point totals so far for Natick: Kira Henderson leading the way with 8 points, Bridget Pohl with 7, Christina Lopez, Katie Stopka, and True Liner with 6 points each. Olivia Penn and Katie McMahon with 4 points each. For Brookline, 6 points each from Amelie Hauner, Olivia Matarazza, and Gigi McMahon. Nefeli Aga Kitch with 3, and she's about to go to the line with the potential to add 2 more. And Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, and Kyrie Simmons with 2 points each. Aga Kitch off on the first. And hits the second. Aga Kitch 1 for 2 at the line as McMahon subs back in for Brookline, replacing Matarazza. Penn walking it up, pass over to Lopez, back up top to Penn, swung across to Henderson, back to Penn. Now back over to Lopez and to Penn. Back to Lopez, fires for 3, no good. Rebound won by Henderson, but she travels. Lost her footing while fighting for that rebound against a couple of Brookline players. Natick brings in 2 subs, Bridget Pohl and True Liner back into the game. Inbound 12, and back to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch running with it, almost lost the ball, recovers it, throws out Wheeler for 3, no good. Rebound tipped several ways, collected by Hauner. Hauner passes it over to McMahon, up top 12, over to Wheeler. Wheeler steps, gives Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch off a pick. Looking around, needs to reset, gives out to Hauner. Now over to 12. 12 dribbles, fires, blocked, and recovered by McMahon. That was blocked by Henderson. Now given over to Henderson, back out to Pohl. Pohl inside to Liner. Liner manages to avoid the defenders, keep the ball, and pass it out to Henderson. Down low now to Katie McMahon. Shot no good, but not blocked cleanly. That'll be a foul on Wheeler. McMahon hits the first of two. Stopka comes back into the game, replacing Lopez. And McMahon 2 for 2 at the line. Natick now leads Brookline by 15. Inbound goes to 12. 12 lost the ball, but it's recovered by Aga Kitch. Kicks out, McMahon for three, no good. Rebound 12, ball's knocked loose, but recovered by Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch sees a lane, runs in, and draws the foul on Liner. Aga Kitch hits the first of two. That was Liner's third personal, fourth team foul. Zanini and Kimbrough check back into the game for Brookline, replacing Wheeler and Hauner. And Aga Kitch 2 for 2 at the line this time. She's now got 6 points, tied for the team lead. Pohl throws it up to Stupka. Now to Liner. Liner running in, extra pass to Katie McMahon. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound tipped and collected by 12. Thrown up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough running, shoots it herself, no good. Rebound tipped and barely. Stupka gets it up to Liner, chucks it across. Running in and blocked by McMahon as Henderson tried to shoot on the fast break there. It will stay Natick ball. Now Sammy Collins checking back in for Natick, replaces Katie McMahon. Inbound goes to an open Stupka. Kicks out, Liner, fakes, travels. Inbound to Kimbrough. Kimbrough throws it across. Zanini running in, hits it. Olivia Zanini with her first points of the night. Pohl starts to drive and gets fouled on the reach-in by McMahon. That will send her to the line for a 1-and-1. That'll be McMahon's third personal, Brookline's fifth team foul, and Natick will be shooting the bonus. And the first one is good. And I keep forgetting, I keep saying 1-and-1. My instincts from previous seasons keep taking over. She'll be shooting the full two. This is a double bonus. And Pohl goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now leads her team with 9 points. 12 running up with it, barely keeps her dribble, gives it out to Kimbrough. Kimbrough steps in, long two, no good. Rebound taken off the bounce by Henderson, but lost it off her foot. Recovered by Stupka, and a timeout is called by Natick. Quick look back at the rebound of the left-handed shot there by Zanini on the running floater for her first bucket of the game. Less than 3 minutes left. Brookline trails by 13. Leading scorers so far for Natick, Bridget Pohl with 9 points, Kira Henderson with 8, Christina Lopez, Katie Stupka, True Liner, and Katie McMahon with 6 points each, Olivia Penn with 4. For Brookline, 6 points each from Nefeli Aga Kitch, Amelie Hauner, Olivia Matarazza, and Gigi McMahon, And then 2 points each from Olivia Zanini, Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, and Kyrie Simmons. So it is possible, although at this stage unlikely, but it is possible we might end this game with no double-digit scores from either team. That pass floated up to wide open Henderson, and she missed the layup. Rebound Roby, she missed the shot. Rebound tipped, Henderson missed again. Henderson saves it out to Pole, and it's thrown up top to Penn. Given back to Pole and to the corner to Roby. Back up top, Penn. Given back to Pole. Pole off the pick. Starts to drive, runs in. Floater is good. And so much for what I said, as Bridget Pole becomes the first player from either side to reach double figures. Tonight, she's got 11. Aga Kitch's pass intercepted by Henderson. Henderson runs the other way. Layup no good, but draws a foul. That'll be number 12's second personal. Henderson hits the first of two. And off on the second. And chased down her own rebound. Pass out to Pole. Up top to Penn. Now back to the corner. Henderson for three, no good. Rebound Roby. Pass up top, Penn. Now back to Roby. Pass to a cutting Collins. Throws it out to the corner. Pole running in. Shot no good. Draws the foul. That foul was on McMahon, her fourth personal. And Pole hits the first of two. Seeing the floor for the first time tonight for Brookline is number 22, Viviana McDonald. She replaces number 12. While Lily Downing checks back into the game for Natick, replacing Kira Henderson. Second free throw is missed. Kimbrough collects the rebound. Kimbrough dribbling, stops, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound Collins. Penn stops, turns around, starts to drive, pass across. Roby kicks out. Downing across to Pole. Now back up top to Downing. Downing over to Roby. Roby starts to drive, throws it across. Pole for three, no good. Rebound by Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch running with it. Kicks it out. Kimbrough running in. Floater, no good. Rebound McDonald. Put back, no good. Rebound knocked loose, and it will stay Brookline ball. Number 33, Katie McMahon, back into the game for Natick, replacing Sammy Collins. Inbound to Zanini. Zanini dribbling, running in, shot, no good. Lost out of bounds, stays Brookline ball. Subbing back in for Natick is Christina Lopez, replacing Bridget Pole. Inbound McDonald, quick shot, no good, draws the foul. And first free throw is off the front rim, no good. That foul was called on McMahon, her second personal. McDonald airballs the second, so Natick will take it off the inbound. Penn bringing it up. Natick leads by 17 here in the final minute. And Penn off on the shot, but McMahon gets her hands on the ball and draws the jump ball. Possession arrow to Brookline. Zanini throws it up to McDonald. Pass out to Agakich. Agakich runs in, pass out. Zanini. Zanini pass McDonald, and another foul. And I do believe that's going to send McDonald to the line for 2 more as both teams are shooting the double bonus. That foul was also against McMahon, her 3rd personal. McDonald off on the first. She hits the second. Penn across half court. Over to Lopez and to Downing. Pass down low, disrupted, but McMahon does take it. She gets trapped and now fouled and will go to the line for 2. 14 seconds left in this one. With a 16-point lead, Natick will take the win here, will improve to 4-8 on the season, while Brookline will fall to 0-14. McMahon hits the first of 2. And hits both free throws. Zanini pass through the hands of Kimbrough, but she recovers it. Kimbrough running in, floater no good, rebound collected by Penn, and she will walk out the final seconds, and that is going to do it. The final score here in Natick, the Natick High Redhawks 51, the Brookline High Warriors 33. In the early stages, it looked like this was going to be a game where Brookline would be able to hang with their opponent. A short run in the second quarter broke open the lead for the Redhawks, and they just kept expanding that lead more and more through one difficult quarter after the next for Brookline, as Natick eventually built their way up to an 18-point lead for the final score. Final point totals for the second time in a row between these two teams. Only one player breached double digits. That was Bridget Pohl, who led the way for the Redhawks with 12 points. Kira Henderson had 9. Katie McMahon had 8. Katie Stupka and Trueliner with Katie Stupka, Trueliner, and Christina Lopez with 6 points each. Olivia Penn with 4. For Brookline, Nefeli Agakich, Amelie Hauner, Olivia Matarazza, and Gigi McMahon with 6 points each. Olivia Zanini, Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, and Kyrie Simmons with 2 points each. And Viviana McDonald with 1. Natick improves to 4-8, while Brookline falls to 0-14. And for this live stream, that is going to do it. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to those who brought the nice notes in the live chat. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream is concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. You can also go down below to the description section of this video where you can find some helpful links. There's a link to the official Venmo account for the Brookline High Girls Basketball Booster Club if you would like to support the program financially. There's also a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation, if you would like to support them and their cause. And further down below in the description section, you can find some of the same links that you can find in the bottom right corner of your screen, links that pertain to me. My personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. If you'd like to skip past all that, you can simply email me with any questions or requests you may have. And you can follow me on Instagram, where I sometimes post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Natick 51, Brookline 33. From Natick High School in Natick, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.